You have ever wondered, what does true love really mean? How can one build a relationship that is not only sustainable, but also happy? Have you ever asked yourself, will he regret losing me? Or is there any way to make him come back without begging? Love after a breakup is like a psychological game. The one who can remain calm and control their emotions holds the advantage. If you want him to not be able to stop thinking about you, to yearn to find you again, even to regret letting you go, then the following dark psychological tactics are the secret weapons you need. Don't miss out, because once applied, he will never look at you the same way again. Welcome to the channel, Sophia's Knowledge, and my name is Sophia. This is the place where love lessons will help you understand this complex emotion better. In today's video, we will explore 7 things you must do to make him come back to you, a fascinating story that might change the way you view love and life. Watch and apply it immediately. Get ready, because the secrets and insightful perspectives you are about to discover might make you rethink yourself and the relationships around you. Before we start, find a quiet space, put on your headphones, and relax. Let your mind fully immerse in these shares and enjoy every wonderful second. Are you ready to discover new things about love? Let's begin with Sophia right now. Number 1. Disappear in a mysterious way. Make him unable to stop thinking about you. In a relationship, sometimes constant presence diminishes attraction. We often make the mistake of trying to stay in touch, texting continuously, or showing that we are still there, waiting. But did you know that one of the most effective ways to make him notice and long to come back is to disappear? Not disappearing in a childish sulk or abruptly cutting off contact, but disappearing mysteriously, leaving him unable to understand what is happening and forcing him to think about you. Why does disappearing have such a powerful effect? Human psychology is always attracted to the vague and elusive. When something familiar suddenly vanishes, our mind automatically seeks an answer. It's instinct. When you stop contacting him, stop appearing in his life, the first thing that happens is curiosity. He will begin to wonder. What is she doing? Why isn't she texting anymore? Did she really forget about me? Or, is there someone else? It is these questions that will gradually draw him into a tangle of thoughts about you. And the more he thinks, the more he will remember you. How to disappear correctly and effectively. Disappearing does not mean abruptly cutting everything off to make him feel you are deliberately seeking attention. The important thing is to be natural and subtle. Below are the steps to help you execute this perfectly. Stop being the one who initiates contact. If you are the one who usually texts, checks in, or shares daily matters, stop. Do not send any messages, even simple greetings like "good night" or "have you eaten yet?" Let him sense the change. Limit your presence on social media. Don't rush to post sad statuses or pictures showing that you miss him. Instead, remain silent on social media for a while. Do not post stories, do not update statuses. That very silence will make him wonder what you are doing, making him even more curious. Appear unexpectedly, then disappear again. After a period of silence, if you want to raise the temperature, try posting a beautiful photo in a new and unusual setting, accompanied by a vague caption. But then, do not interact further. Post and then vanish. He will feel drawn by your unpredictability. Do not reply to messages immediately. If he takes the initiative to text, don't rush to reply. Leave it for a while, a few hours, or even a day. When you reply, keep a calm attitude, not too enthusiastic nor cold. Just enough so that he sees you are no longer prioritizing him. Avoid appearing in familiar places. If the two of you used to meet at a cafe or a familiar spot, avoid going there during this period. Do not give him the chance to accidentally run into you. Let him feel that you have truly left the old orbit, and if he wants to find you again, he must make an effort. Why does disappearing make him unable to forget you? People tend to value what is not easily attainable. When you are always there, ready to answer texts, always available whenever he needs, your presence becomes too easy and sometimes taken for granted. But when you disappear, it's like a habit is broken. He will feel a loss and confusion. Imagine, every morning, he is used to receiving a text from you, but today, there is nothing. At first, he might feel relieved. But after a few days, when the silence continues, his mind will start playing the reversal game. Instead of you thinking about him, now he is the one who cannot stop thinking about you. Mistakes to avoid when applying the disappearing tactic. Do not use disappearing as a threat. If you disappear hoping he will immediately beg to come back, you are setting the wrong expectation. The goal is to make him voluntarily realize your value, not force him. Do not be weak-hearted. In the early days, you might really want to text. But remember, patience is key. The sooner you give in, the more he will take your efforts for granted. Don't disappear for too long. If after a period he shows no response, reconsider whether this relationship is truly worth holding on to. Sometimes, disappearing is an opportunity to realize that the person is not worthy. When is the right moment to end the disappearing act? If he actively seeks you, texts to check in, or shows signs of circling around you, that is the time when you can gradually give him a chance. But remember, do not come back too easily. Let him understand that you come back not because you need him, but because he has realized your value. Finally, disappearing in a mysterious way is not only a tactic to make him come back, but also an opportunity for you to rediscover yourself. When you stop focusing on him, you have time to take care of yourself and live a more interesting life. And precisely when you become happy and confident, he, or anyone, cannot ignore that allure. Remember, someone worthy will not let you disappear for too long before realizing your value. And someone not worthy, whether you appear or disappear, should never occupy too much space in your mind. You deserve someone who always seeks you, even if you choose to remain silent. What do you think about this lesson? Have you ever applied anything similar in your life? Please share your thoughts or stories in the comments. I will read and respond very quickly. Thank you for your attention. Let's continue together. Number 2. Present a better version that he has never known. After you mysteriously disappear, the next step to make him turn back is to become a better version that he has never seen. This is not only a change in appearance, but also a transformation from within, in terms of mindset, emotions, and the way you live. When he sees you shining, confident, and living well without him, it will touch one of a man's greatest vulnerabilities, the fear of losing something valuable that he once took for granted. Why does becoming a better version make him unable to forget you? People often make one mistake: they only know how to cherish what they have lost. When two people are together, he may have grown accustomed to the image of you always being there, predictable and nothing new. But after the breakup, instead of being sad or clinging, you become stronger, more beautiful, and live an interesting life, which hits him hard in the mind. He will start to wonder, why isn't she as sad as I thought? How has she changed to become so attractive? Is it because there's someone new that she is shining like that? Was I wrong to let her go? These questions are what make him unable to get you out of his mind. How to effectively present a better version. Becoming a better version is not just to make a temporary impression, but to truly love and appreciate yourself. When you are happy from within, it naturally radiates outward. Here are some ways to transform impressively. Take care of your appearance, the most noticeable change. Appearance is the first thing others notice. You don't need to become someone else, but show him a fresher version. Change your hairstyle, choose a hair color that suits your skin. Update your fashion style, from familiar outfits, try new, attractive, yet subtle styles. Exercise to have a toned, healthy figure. This not only helps you look better but also boosts your spirit. Take care of your skin and health. because when you look radiant, everyone will notice. Enhance your self-worth, make him realize you're not the same as before. Appearance may attract the first glance, but inner value is what truly keeps him restless. Do. Learn new skills. It can be a language, dancing, cooking, or anything you've ever wanted to try. Read books and enrich your knowledge. A smart woman always has a special allure. Join self-development classes, yoga, or meditation to keep your spirit calm. Achieve success in your career. When you become successful, not only him but also those around you will see you in a different light. Live an interesting life, so he sees that you don't need him to be happy. One of the things that makes men feel the greatest loss is when their ex lives happily without them. Do. Travel, explore new places. Post beautiful photos of your journey naturally, without showing off. Meet friends, participate in social activities. When he sees you have a wide network and are always busy with fun gatherings, he will wonder if you still have time to think about him. Challenge yourself with things you once feared: mountain climbing, diving, learning to dance. That courage and confidence is the most attractive. Maintain a calm demeanor when meeting again, make him confused. If you happen to meet again, or if he takes the initiative to find you, keep a calm attitude. Do not appear overly happy or excessively indifferent. A gentle smile and a polite greeting will leave him more confused than cold. If you talk, let him see that you are busy with new plans. No need to show off, just mention a few interesting things in your life. Do not mention the past, nor ask him too many questions. When you focus on the present and the future, he will see that his place in your heart is no longer as important as before. You don't need someone new to prove yourself. Many mistakenly think that dating someone else will make the ex jealous. But sometimes, that backfires if he believes you can easily replace the old relationship. Instead, become so busy and interesting that he automatically thinks you might be dating someone, without you having to prove it. If there really is someone new, keep it to yourself, do not deliberately flaunt it. Mystery always has a powerful allure. When will he start to regret? Regret does not come immediately. Initially, he might feel comfortable with the lack of commitment. But when he sees you gradually changing, becoming more attractive, he will experience the following emotions. Curiosity, he will wonder why you changed so quickly. Comparison, when meeting someone new, he will compare them with you. And when he sees you getting better and better, that comparison will make him feel the loss. Jealousy, even after the breakup, he still doesn't want you to live happily without him. Regret, when he realizes that you are living a life in which he is no longer a part, regret will hit. Finally, presenting a better version is not only to make him regret but more importantly, to rediscover yourself. When you love yourself, you no longer depend on whether someone comes back or not. And when you don't need him, that's when he wants to come back the most. Remember, the goal is not to make him chase you, but for you to become someone you are proud of. If he recognizes that value and comes back, consider whether he is worthy. If not, you are still living a wonderful life without needing anyone to lean on. You deserve a love that comes from appreciation, not from belated regret. Number 3. Subtly stimulate jealousy. Make him realize you are irreplaceable. Jealousy is one of the strongest emotions that can reignite a cold flame of feelings. Men, no matter how confident or indifferent they are, find it hard to remain calm when they see their ex being happy with someone else. However, jealousy must be evoked in a clever and subtle way. Overdoing it will make him feel provoked, even repulsed. But if you know how to stimulate it in the right amount, you will make him unable to stop thinking about you, wondering if he has indeed lost an amazing person. Why is jealousy effective in making him come back? Jealousy stems from the fear of losing a special place in someone else's life. Especially for men, the feeling of being replaced by someone else is hard to accept. When you make him feel that you are receiving attention, being loved, and happy without him, his self-esteem will be challenged. Imagine, he casually scrolls through social media and sees you laughing brightly with someone else. A question immediately arises in his mind. Who is that person? Are you two dating? Why is she so happy without me? It is this uncertainty and ambiguity that will make him restless, curious, and gradually drawn back into the whirlpool of emotions with you. How to subtly and effectively stimulate jealousy. To make him jealous without making him feel overly provoked, you need to be clever. Here are some ways to do that naturally and smartly. Post moments of joy with friends of the opposite sex. You do not need to show that you are dating. Just posting a photo taken with a group of friends, where someone of the opposite sex is present, is enough to stir up his imagination. A photo of you having dinner with a male colleague. An image of you participating in sports activities or outings with friends. Post a short story when sitting in a car, but do not reveal who is driving. It is important to keep everything natural. Do not add suggestive captions or overly sentimental expressions. Vagueness is the key to making him even more curious. Appear radiant on occasions when he might see you. If you know he will be at an event or in a familiar place, prepare yourself impeccably. Not too flashy, just ensure you look fresh, confident, and busy chatting with others. When he sees you laughing and enjoying yourself without paying attention to his presence, his pride will be touched. If he initiates greeting, respond politely but maintain some distance. Your calmness will leave him perplexed. Share new and interesting activities that you are experiencing. When he sees you living a colorful life, meeting many people, and enjoying happiness, he will wonder if you still think of him. Post a photo of you attending a new class, traveling, or trying a sport that you had never liked before. Sometimes, a photo of a coffee cup with 2 cups or a romantic setting that does not reveal who you are with is enough to keep him thinking all day. Have mutual friends casually mention you. If you have mutual friends, letting them casually mention you in a positive way is an effective strategy. For example, these days, she has changed a lot, looks happier and more beautiful. Or, I recently met her, she was with someone who looked very close. Such comments will plant a seed of curiosity in his mind, especially when the information comes from someone else and not from you. Keep mystery when he initiates contact. If he texts to ask how you are or tries to reach out, do not reveal too much. When he asks, "How have you been lately?" reply, "I'm fine, just a bit busy, but everything is good." If he wonders about the person of the opposite sex in your photo, smile and say, "Everyone has the right to have more friends, right?" The vagueness will make him want to find out more. Never deliberately try to make him jealous. The most important thing is to keep all actions seeming natural. If he realizes that you are deliberately trying to make him jealous, it will not only be ineffective but also make him feel uncomfortable. Let everything happen naturally. The goal is for him to think on his own, to ask questions by himself, not for you to explain or convince him. What will happen when jealousy starts to take effect? When jealousy begins to creep into his thoughts, you will notice some signs. He contacts you more frequently, suddenly texting to ask how you are, finding excuses to talk. He shows concern for the people around you, asking mutual friends about your current life. He asks controlling questions. Who did you go out with yesterday? Who is the person in the photo? He appears irritated or sulky when he sees you happy, even if he does not admit it. He will show irritation when he sees you enjoying yourself without him. These signs indicate that jealousy has started to take effect. But remember, at this point, do not hastily show your victory. Continue to maintain a calm attitude so that he has to find a way to bring you closer on his own. Mistakes to avoid when stimulating jealousy. Do not overuse it. Too many actions to make him jealous will make him think that you are childish and deliberately provoking him. Avoid causing hurt. Do not use words or actions that insult him or cause him pain. The purpose is to make him realize your value, not to take revenge. Do not fake it. If you pretend to be dating or fabricate stories that are not true, he will feel deceived when he finds out. Finally, subtly stimulating jealousy is an art that makes him realize you are never someone who can be easily replaced. Live well, become radiant, and let him witness that without you having to explain. When he starts to worry about you, wonder about your life, and feel uneasy thinking that you might be happy with someone else, that is when he realizes he is losing something valuable. But remember, your happiness should come from within, not merely as a tool to make someone jealous. If he comes back because he respects and understands you, that is a cause for celebration. If not, you are still living a dream life, for yourself, not for someone else. If you are still watching at this moment, do not hesitate to comment, continue. Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section. I look forward to hearing your opinions. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that Sophia has more motivation to create many more interesting and meaningful videos. Let's continue together. Number 4. Randomly trigger old memories. Make him drown in memories of you. In love, memories are the hardest things to erase. No matter how time flies or how far apart you may be, beautiful memories always reside in a deep corner of the mind. Sometimes a song, a scent, or a familiar cafe is enough to bring someone back to the intense emotions of the past. That is precisely why, if you want him to come back, randomly triggering old memories is a subtle yet highly effective tactic. There is no need to directly reference the past, you only need to gently hint at it, allowing him to wander into that labyrinth of memories on his own. When the old emotions surge back, he will not only remember you, but also recall why he once loved you so much. Why do old memories have such a stirring power? People tend to forget trivial things, but deeply engraved moments filled with emotion, especially those tied to love. Memories are not just faint images in the mind, but also feelings, tastes, and sounds. All of these, when awakened, make one relive the moments gone by. For men, sometimes they may appear strong or indifferent, but that does not mean they have forgotten. They are just better at hiding it. And when an unexpected memory appears, without warning, without planning, it will leave him confused, even stirred. How to evoke old memories without making him think you are doing it deliberately? The most important thing when triggering memories is naturalness. If you appear too intentional, he will feel forced and defensive. But if everything happens by chance, he will easily be immersed in those emotions. Here are some ways to subtly evoke memories. Post songs associated with your shared memories. Music is one of the keys that can open the door to memories the fastest. A song you both once listened to together, or a melody that once played during your outings or dates, can evoke old emotions. How to do it? Post a story or share that song with a vague caption like, "Accidentally listened again, memories flood in," or "An old song, a new emotion." Effect. He will wonder, is she thinking of me? Or at least, when he hears that song again, your image will appear in his mind. Share familiar places you both once visited. That familiar cafe, the street where you used to stroll together, or the restaurant with special memories are all gold mines of memories. Use them wisely. How to do it? If you visit an old spot, either by chance or on purpose, take a photo of a small corner without clearly stating the location. Sometimes, just posting a familiar cup of coffee or the corner of a table where you once sat together is enough. Effect. He will automatically link it to your past dates and wonder, does she still remember? Recall memories through funny or cute stories. The happy, silly memories you once shared will easily make him smile when he remembers. Everyone loves the feeling of returning to those carefree days. How to do it? Post a light status like, "Today, someone told a silly story that made me remember a person who used to make me laugh all day." Effect. If he reads it, he will surely wonder if that person is him. That very curiosity will keep him thinking about you. Send a random message, but it must be very subtle. If you feel it is time to break the silence, a gentle message reminding him of a memory could be a powerful emotional trigger. Message suggestions. Today, I happened to pass by our old spot, and I remembered how we used to laugh until our stomachs hurt. I just saw someone who looked exactly like you, almost called out your name by mistake. There's a song on the radio that reminded me of a rainy day long ago. Note: do not send a message that is too long or overly emotional. Just a brief sentence, and then let him respond on his own. If he replies, keep the conversation light without delving too deep into the past unless he wants to bring it up. Use a familiar scent, an invisible but powerful reminder. A scent is one of the strongest triggers of memory. If you happen to meet him somewhere, use the perfume you used to spray when you were together. That fragrance will hit his subconscious directly. Effect. Just a hint of that scent can bring him back to memories he never expected. It is a subtle reminder that words or images cannot achieve. What happens when old memories flood back? When you skillfully evoke those old memories, he will experience the following emotions. Nostalgia, he will recall the moments of joy and happiness you once shared. Comparison, the beautiful memories with you will unconsciously be compared to his current life. If the present is not as good, the sense of regret will intensify. Self-questioning, did I really lose something worth cherishing? Or, if I had acted differently back then, would things be different now? Longing, when the memories are strong enough, he will want to reconnect, if only to see how you are doing. Mistakes to avoid when evoking memories. Do not be overly explicit. If you continuously refer to the past, he will feel pressured and believe you are clinging. Avoid mentioning negative memories, only evoke the happy, warm memories. Painful memories will only make things worse. Do not expect an immediate response, he might need time to process his emotions. Be patient. Ultimately, triggering old memories is not about dragging him back into the past, but to remind him that you once shared precious moments. When the old emotions return, he will question whether letting go was the right decision. And if the memories are beautiful and profound enough, he will be the one to actively seek you out. But remember, evoking memories is to create an opportunity for a new beginning, if it is truly worth it. And if the past is only meant to be in the past, let those memories remind you of a beautiful part of your journey, not as chains that bind your heart. You deserve a happy future, whether he is a part of it or not. Number 5. Don't be too available when he initiates contact. Make him work hard to win you back. After you have mysteriously disappeared, become radiant, and skillfully triggered old memories, at some point, he will no longer be able to resist his curiosity and will start to reach out. He might text, call, or even find excuses to run into you. This is the most crucial stage. What will you do when he takes the initiative? Will you reply immediately with excitement? If so, all your previous efforts will vanish. At this point, it is essential not to be too available. Do not let him think that just one text or a simple inquiry is enough to regain his old position in your life. Make him understand that if he wants you back, he really has to make an effort. It is this not being easy that creates attraction and makes him long for you even more. Why shouldn't you be too available when he contacts you? People often do not value what comes too quickly and easily. If you respond to him immediately, he will assume that you still have feelings and are ready to come back at any time, even if he has not done anything to deserve it. On the contrary, when you maintain some distance and are not overly eager, he will start to wonder. Why isn't she responding the way I expected? Has she changed and no longer values me? What do I need to do to regain her attention? These questions will make him delve deeper and try harder. And once he has to really work to win you back, he will appreciate the relationship much more. How to maintain your dignity without being too cold. Do not confuse being unavailable with being cold or rude. The goal is to make him feel he must make an effort, not to push him away. Keep a calm, confident attitude with a hint of mystery. Here are some tactics to help you handle the situation skillfully. Don't reply immediately. When he texts or calls, your first impulse might be to respond right away. But hold back. Responding too quickly will make him think you are waiting for him. How to do it? If he texts, wait at least a few hours before replying. If it's a call, you may choose not to answer immediately and then text back, "Sorry, I was busy and couldn't pick up earlier." Effect. This delay will make him feel that you no longer prioritize him. It will confuse, intrigue, and push him to work harder to capture your attention. Keep the conversation brief, but not cold. When you decide to reply, keep the conversation short and polite. Do not let him drag the conversation on if there is nothing important to discuss. For example, him, "How have you been lately?" You, "I'm fine, just a bit busy. Thank you for asking." If he continues to engage, respond gently but not too enthusiastically. Effect. This way of replying shows that you are not hostile, but also not easily drawn in. He will realize that if he wants to extend the conversation, he must put in more effort. Don't reveal too much about your current life. He is contacting you mainly out of curiosity and to know how you are doing. Use this to create an aura of mystery. How to do it? When he asks, "Do you go out often?" or "What are you busy with these days?" you can reply, "There are many interesting things, but it's hard to tell them all," or "I'm busy with some personal plans." Effect. A vague answer will make him want to know more, creating a sense of missing information. This very lack of information will keep him constantly thinking about you. If he suggests meeting up, consider it carefully and don't agree immediately. If he wants to meet, don't agree too quickly. Accepting too easily will make him think that everything is going too smoothly. How to do it? When he suggests, "Can we meet for coffee?" reply, "I'm quite busy right now, let me check my schedule and get back to you." If after a few days you decide to agree, arrange a short meeting and keep the conversation around light topics, avoiding too much discussion about the past. Effect. Not agreeing immediately shows that you do not place him at the center of your life. When the meeting happens, your calm and confident demeanor will make him realize that winning you back is not an easy feat. Don't let your emotions take over when he shows concern. He may try to stir up emotions in you by reminding you of old memories or showing special care. Stay alert. How to do it? If he says, "I miss the times when we used to walk together," respond, "Yes, those were happy times. But everyone must move on." Effect. This reaction shows that you cherish the past without being trapped by it. It will make him feel regret and want to regain your attention even more. What happens when you are not too available? When you apply this tactic, he will experience a range of emotions. Confusion, he expects enthusiasm but gets your calm response. Curiosity, the lack of information makes him unable to stop thinking about you. Regret, seeing that you are not as easily accessible as before, he will wonder if he has lost an opportunity. Determination, if he truly still has feelings, the challenge will push him to work even harder to win you back. Mistakes to avoid when you don't want to be too available. Don't be too cold. If you act too distant, he will feel there is no chance and give up. Avoid playing hard to get to an extreme. The goal is to create a challenge, not to make yourself unpleasant. Do not keep vague responses for too long, know when to stop. If he shows genuine interest, you can gradually open up. Finally, when he takes the initiative to contact you, it is a sign that your tactics are working. But at that moment, do not rush to feel happy or show eagerness. Make him understand that if he wants to come back, he must make an effort and prove that he has changed. What is easily obtained is seldom cherished. But the person who has to be pursued patiently is the one who occupies the most important place. Remember, you do not need someone to complete you. But if someone wants to step back into your life, let them understand that having you back is a privilege, not a given. Number 6. Become unpredictable, don't let him pin you down. There is a truth in human psychology: what is easy to understand and predictable quickly becomes boring. In contrast, things that are mysterious and elusive always stimulate curiosity and the desire to explore. When it comes to making a man come back, becoming unpredictable is a powerful weapon. You don't need to completely change who you are, but make him feel that every encounter with you is a fresh experience, that he can never predict what you will do or think. Unpredictability not only captivates him, but also helps you maintain your status in the relationship. No matter how strong or detached men may be, they cannot resist the mystery of a woman they cannot fully comprehend. That is when he will have to spend more time and effort to understand and explore you, and that very process will keep him close to you. Why is becoming unpredictable so strongly attractive? Think about it. In life, what fascinates you the most? It is often the things that are not easy to understand, the people whose actions or thoughts you cannot predict. This psychology applies perfectly in relationships. If you are too predictable, always replying immediately, always agreeing to every invitation, always showing your emotions clearly, you will quickly become an open book that he won't need to put any effort into reading. On the contrary, if you vary your pace, sometimes warm, sometimes cool, sometimes caring, sometimes indifferent, he will not know how to grasp your emotions. And when a man is put in a state of uncertainty, he becomes engrossed in the emotional game you create. How to become unpredictable in a subtle way without being off-putting. Becoming unpredictable does not mean you have to become cold or hurtful. The secret lies in balancing friendliness with distance, and care with indifference. Here are some ways to maintain an air of mystery while still remaining likable. Change your habits of replying to messages and calls. If you used to always reply to him as soon as you received his messages, change the rhythm. Sometimes respond slowly, and other times reply quickly, creating an element of surprise. How to do it? One day, when he texts, reply after a few hours. On another day, when he least expects it, reply almost immediately. Effect. This will confuse him. Yesterday she replied slowly, today she was quick. What on earth is she thinking? Sometimes be the one to initiate, then suddenly withdraw. You don't always have to wait for him to contact you. Occasionally, take the initiative to start a conversation. But when the conversation is interesting, end it abruptly yet politely. For example, while chatting happily, say, "Oh, I have to get back to work now. Let's talk later." Or when laughing together, say, "All right, I'll continue another time, I'm busy now." Effect. Ending the conversation while he is still engaged will leave him feeling restless and eagerly awaiting the next conversation. Do not always be ready to meet him. When he invites you out or suggests meeting, don't agree immediately. Sometimes, be accidentally busy. How to do it? When he suggests, "Let's meet this weekend," reply, "I already have plans for the weekend, let's see about next week." Effect. Not being readily available to meet shows him that you have your own life that doesn't revolve around him. This not only makes him respect you more, but also motivates him to find a way to fit you into his schedule. Keep a little mystery about your personal life. He will be curious about your current life. Use that to create unpredictability. For example, when he asks, "Where have you been going these days?" reply, "I've been here and there for fun, nothing special." Effect. A vague answer will make him wonder, questioning whether you are dating someone or busy with something exciting that you don't want to share. Occasionally compliment him, then immediately act indifferent. Men often melt when they receive compliments, but do it unexpectedly and then act nonchalant. For example, one day, text, "You look great in that shirt." But when he responds with pride, you might quickly change the subject or give a short reply. Effect: he will feel noticed, but won't be sure if the compliment was serious or just a joke. That very uncertainty will make him think about you even more. Surprise him with a show of care, then quickly revert to normal. A little care at the right moment will make him feel warm, but then returning to your normal state immediately is what he cannot understand. For example, one day, you text, "I heard you just finished your project, well done." After he thanks you and waits for more, change the topic or stop replying further. Effect: this creates a slight sense of letdown, making him desire more from you. Why does unpredictability make him keep thinking about you? Unpredictability stimulates curiosity, one of the most powerful motivators in human psychology. When he can't predict what you will do, say, or feel, he is forced to pay extra attention. Every message and every meeting becomes a game he wants to conquer. And as he invests more time and effort to understand you, he becomes increasingly engrossed in the relationship. At that point, you are no longer just an option, but a mystery he is eager to solve. Mistakes to avoid when trying to be unpredictable. Do not overdo it. Being too hard to understand or always indifferent can discourage him. Find a balance between being cool and being warm. Don't be insincere. Every action should come from genuine feelings. If you deliberately try to act different, he will feel uncomfortable. Do not use unpredictability to toy with his emotions. The goal is to stimulate curiosity, not to make him feel manipulated. Ultimately, becoming unpredictable is a way to ensure he can never fully grasp you, always leaving him pondering and questioning. When he has to spend time decoding your feelings and actions, you will have captured his full attention. But remember, mystery is only truly attractive when you are confident, happy, and not dependent on someone else's emotions. Let him understand that having you is not easy. And if he is patient and sincere enough to win you back, that is when you decide whether he is truly worth it. Number 7. Make him feel that you are something he will never find again. Let the regret haunt him forever. In love, the feeling of regret is always one of the most powerful and heart-wrenching emotions. Some people leave and are quickly forgotten, but there are those whose absence continues to haunt us long after they're gone. If you want to make him come back, the most effective way is to become the person he will never find again, a unique, different woman who leaves such a profound impression that no matter how much time passes or how many people he meets, your image remains indelible in his mind. But how do you achieve that? How do you make him feel that losing you is one of the biggest mistakes of his life? The secret lies in enhancing your self-worth, living more brilliantly than ever, and showing him that you are a one-of-a-kind version, someone he will not be able to find in anyone else. Why is making him feel that losing you is forever so effective? People often do not appreciate what they have until it is gone. Especially after a breakup, when he realizes that no one else can give him the feeling you once gave him. It's not just about your appearance or the memories, but also the emotional connection, the synergy, and the special moments you once shared. When he meets someone new but does not feel right as he did with you, when conversations with others pale in comparison to the excitement you once brought, when new relationships cannot fill the void you left behind, that is when he realizes that you are something he will never find again. How to become irreplaceable in his mind? To make him feel that losing you means losing something precious, you need to build your image comprehensively, from your looks and soul to your way of living. It is not just an external change but a transformation from within. Become the best version of yourself. Nothing makes people regret more than seeing an ex become even more amazing after a breakup. When you shine, succeed, and live life to the fullest in ways you perhaps never dared to dream of before, he will not help but ask himself, why wasn't she like this when she was with me? What did I lose? How to do it? Take care of yourself, exercise and eat healthily so your body is strong and full of vitality. Invest in your appearance, Change your hairstyle, update your wardrobe to look fresh and more attractive. Develop your career, achieve accomplishments that will make him admire you. Effect. When he sees you shining, living a life that perhaps he never imagined, he will be filled with regret for not being part of your journey. Live a rich, interesting, and colorful life. No one wants to go back to someone who constantly complains or is stuck in the past. But an independent woman who always finds joy in life has an incredibly strong allure. Make him see that even without him, you live well, even better. How to do it? Participate in new activities. Travel, learn a new sport, or join community events. Make new friends and expand your social network. Share moments of joy and exciting trips without mentioning him. Effect. He will see a version of you full of energy, independent, and always vibrant. At that moment, he will wonder, how can she be so happy without me? Become mysterious and hard to grasp. People who are easy to predict are easily forgotten, but a mysterious person always arouses curiosity and is hard to get out of someone's mind. Don't reveal too much about your personal life. Let him have to discover and question on his own. How to do it? Post images and statuses that are suggestive but do not explain too much. When talking, only share just enough, keeping some things for yourself. Occasionally appear and then disappear, leaving unanswered questions. Effect. That vagueness and mystery will make him constantly think about you. He will ask himself, what is she thinking? Is there someone else with her? And that very curiosity will etch you deeply into his mind. Leave unforgettable and irreplaceable memories. A special relationship is built not only on grand actions, but also on small details, habits, and private stories known only to the two of you. Let these things become the imprint that no one else can give him. How to do it? If you meet by chance, keep a calm but friendly attitude so he sees you as mature and different from before. Sometimes gently bring up a happy memory without reviving negative emotions. Avoid speaking ill or mentioning the bad aspects of your past relationship. Effect. Those beautiful memories and private stories will make him compare them to his new relationships and realize that no one can make him feel the way she did. Never show that you need him to come back. The most important thing, even if you still have feelings inside, do not let it show. People only truly desire what they feel they could lose forever. If he senses that you are still waiting, all your efforts will become meaningless. But when he feels your resolve and sees that you can be happy without him, then the regret will hit him hard. How to do it? When he initiates contact, maintain a calm and nonchalant attitude. Do not agree to meet or engage in long conversations unless you feel he is truly serious. Let him see that you have many other options, but without bragging or showing off. Effect. He will ask himself, has she really forgotten about me? Doesn't she still see me as important? And it is that sense of loss that will keep him restless. What will happen when he realizes that you are irreplaceable? When you achieve all of the above, he will experience the following emotions. Confusion, because everything he once thought about you is no longer true. Comparison, new people cannot provide the unique feelings you once gave him. Regret, when he realizes he has lost someone too special. Desire to return. And if he is sincere enough, he will find every way to come back to you. Ultimately, making him feel that you are something he will never find again is not only a tactic but also a journey for you to become the best version of yourself. Remember, the most important thing is not to make someone regret or come back at all costs, but to be proud of who you are when you look back. If he comes back because he recognizes your value, that's wonderful. But if not, you still have a brilliant life without anyone at the center. The person worth loving is the one who never makes you have to prove your worth. And if he realizes that too late, let that regret be a lesson he carries forever. Conclusion. In love, no one wants to be forgotten, especially after a breakup. But instead of clinging or showing weakness, the smartest way to make him come back is to transform yourself into someone he can never forget, someone irreplaceable. When you know how to disappear mysteriously, become more attractive, evoke jealousy, trigger old memories, remain unpredictable, and most importantly, make him realize that losing you means losing something precious that no one else can offer, you will hold the greatest advantage, the power to choose. It is important not to turn this process into a game, but to see it as a journey to rediscover yourself. When you love yourself, take care of yourself, and live a fulfilling life without depending on anyone, you will radiate an allure that no words can describe. Then, when he looks back, he will see a strong, confident, and radiant woman, someone he once lost and now finds nearly impossible to regain. And remember, the goal is not to make him regret or come back at any cost. If he is sincere and makes the effort, you may consider it. Otherwise, continue on the path you have chosen, because you deserve someone who appreciates you from the start, not only after losing you. Thank you for watching the video until the end. I hope today's love advice brings you new perspectives and valuable lessons. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your loved ones. I am very grateful for your support and hope that each video brings you closer to a happy and lasting love. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful and inspired day.